Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel.
I'm Shruti.
And I'm Dre, and together we are Beauty and the Bear.
So today we're watching Death Note.
So today we're jumping back into Death Note Season 1, Episode 10, Doubt! Let's get it going.
Let's do it. First day of school.
When you first invited me to play, did you know how good I was?
Yes. I'll be fine, though. I was actually the British junior champion.
If I ask him if he's British, would he think I'm trying to find out more about him because I'm Kira? Were you raised in the UK?
I lived in England for about 5 years when I was younger. Nothing in that story would reveal Elle's true identity. Well, since it's our first match, why don't we just play a single set? First one to 6?
Let's go out here.
All right.
Death serve over here.
I know Kira hates to lose.
Man, this guy.
Whoa, Ryuga, you sure don't mess around.
He who strikes first wins.
We're under orders from L not to discuss the case with anyone, including you.
I'm not asking for details here, just what you're doing and where.
I'm not asking for details, just the what, where, and why.
It's been 4 months since this case came to the public's attention. People are saying that the NPA is incompetent.
With all due respect, sir, the rest of the department runs away with their tails between their legs, and we're incompetent?
That's
Do you have
true.
any idea how many people are left at task force headquarters these days? You'll want to suppress the fact that most of our detectives would rather let a serial killer roam free than risk their lives.
What about this L character? Can he be trusted?
Right now, even as we speak, he's risking his life.
Playing tennis.
In his jeans.
Ooh, the whole school's watching.
Are these two really amateurs?
Relax, Light. While it's true that Kira hates losing, it's also true that most people would rather win than lose.
Since he'd expect Kira to want to win, he might also expect me to throw the match to avoid suspicion.
Oh my
I
god.
don't see any way that he can profile me based on a tennis match.
Look at that.
What the fuck's going on here?
We have an
And just
empire
like that,
now.
we've got an umpire and a line judge. I thought I'd heard the name Light Yagami somewhere before, so I checked. He was the 0203 junior high tennis champion. And I guess he hasn't played competitively since.
Hey, what about my Ryuga? Don't tell me you haven't noticed him holding his own against this former junior high champ.
Because I wanted to play tennis with you, you'll assume that I'm preparing to take a step closer, laying the groundwork to get to know you better.
And then you're going to try and
Ridiculous.
trap me by getting me to say something that only Kira would know.
And of course, the only way to win your trust will be to share what I know about Kira.
If you want me to discuss Kira with you, it only makes sense that I'd want to ask for proof that you are in charge of the investigation.
The first thing you're going to want from me is...
Some kind of confirmation from a third party that you really are L, which means
we'll have to go to task force headquarters.
one cannot win with defense alone. To win, you must attack!
Game and set! Won by Light Yagami!
Good job, Light.
Oh, man, I'm glad that match is over.
Just as I expected, you beat me.
There's something I wanted to ask you about. You want to go somewhere for a drink?
There's something I must tell you.
What's that?
I suspect that you, Light Yagami, are in fact Kira. Now, if you still want to ask me something, then please go ahead.
You think I'm Kira?
Since I'm sure you aren't Kira, and I can verify that your deductive skills are as strong as I think they are, I'd like nothing more than to have you work with me on this investigation.
That was well worded, because no matter how little he says he suspects me, it means he has grounds to prevent me from meeting anyone on the task force. This coffee shop is one of my favorites in the area, and if we sit here, there's no chance of anyone overhearing us. Not to mention, we're so out of the way here, no one's gonna give you a hard time about the way you sit.
I have to sit like this. You see, if I were to sit normally, my deductive skills would immediately be reduced by roughly 40%. So, what was it you wanted to ask me?
That can wait until you're convinced that I'm not Kira.
Would you mind submitting yourself to a test of your deductive reasoning skills?
Sure, why not?
All right, then. We can begin by taking a look at these. Notes written by prison inmates while under Kira's control just prior to their deaths. None of this information has been made public. Please let me know what you think.
Come on, this is child's play. There's a print number on the back of each of these photographs. Clearly, if I read it the way Kira intended on my first attempt, I'd only look more suspicious. But the fact that I'm able to solve this silly code isn't enough on its own to prove that I'm Kira. It would be quite amazing to learn that not only could Kira kill others, but could also control his victims' actions. I think Kira wrote these, and it seems he's encoded a message for you as well. L, do you know? Gods of death love apples. But there are obvious print numbers on the back of all these photographs. Arrange it in that order, we get L, do you know? Love apples, gods of death. That doesn't sound right.
The thing is, there were actually 4 photographs. When we add this one, it reads, L, do you know? Gods of death who love apples have red hands.
I never made any criminal write the letter in this 4th picture. Damn him. This wasn't just about gauging my deductive reasoning skills.
Wow.
He wanted to see
That
what
was
reaction would
fucked
be. If I
up.
keep falling for his tricks, I'll be playing right into his hands.
Right into his hands. Can't serve your way to this one.
In any case, we all know gods of death don't exist.
If you were me, how would you go about establishing this person's innocence or guilt? You need
Oh
to be
my.
absolutely sure.
I would probably try to get him to say something that only Kira could know. Kinda like what you were doing just now.
What's incredible is that I've asked countless detectives that same question, and it took most of them minutes to even come up with an answer. You immediately thought of a scenario in which Kira is speaking directly to the investigator. I'm impressed.
The more impressive my answers, the more of a suspect I become.
Yes, it's about 3% now. However, it's made me that much more determined to work with you on this investigation. Do you know why I'd say that?
If I cooperate with you, there's a chance I can help the investigation to move forward. And if I'm Kira, I might reveal myself. Smart move on your part. But I think you might be getting the wrong idea. It's true that I do have an interest in the Kira case, and yes, detective work is a hobby of mine. But I know that I'm not Kira. However, if you are in fact L, I don't imagine it would be that hard for you to prove it to me. I think I'd be convinced if, say, my father or someone else from the task force headquarters was able to confirm your identity. I don't understand. What's he thinking?
Excuse me.
Your papa's calling.
Oh, there goes mine.
Yes?
Light, your father is...
Light, it's your... My father... He had a heart attack.
Wow. Death note, how to use it. The specific scope of the condition for death is not known to the gods of death either, so you must examine and find out. The specific scope of the condition for death is not known to the gods of death either, so you must examine and find out. Okay. Next, we have one page taken from the death note, or even a fragment of the page, contains the full effects of the note. Okay. Oh, wow.
So the doctors think stress was the only cause?
To be honest, I thought it was Kira when I first collapsed, but I'll be all right. It seems I've been pushing myself a bit too hard lately.
It must have added to your stress knowing that Light is a suspect in this investigation.
You actually told my father that?
He even knows that I am L.
To protect his identity, we on the task force refer to him as Ryuzaki.
Oh my gosh, you're just getting wild.
This guy is the real L. My father wouldn't lie.
So, Ryuzaki, now that you've had the chance to talk to my son, is he cleared as a suspect?
We've gone over this, but I'll explain it again. Not long ago, Kira killed 12 FBI agents who'd come to Japan to assist us. One of these agents, Ray Pember, exhibited unusual behavior before he died.
And I was one of the people Ray Pember was investigating before he died. It only makes sense I'd be a suspect.
How does he know that?
To be more precise, there's no one else you could suspect. Ryuga, I'd like to help with the investigation. My father has erased any doubts I might have had regarding your true identity.
No, Light. This is a time in your life when you should be studying to become a police officer.
Who knows how many years that'll take? Besides, don't you remember my promise? That if something ever happened to you, I would find Kira and make sure he gets executed.
Wow.
I refuse to believe that my son could turn out to be Kira.
This doesn't seem like an act to me.
Recently, I've started thinking of this whole situation in a different way. What is truly evil is the power to kill people. And any person who has come to possess this kind of power is cursed. No true happiness can be obtained like that.
Wow.
Not by killing other people.
I think you're absolutely right.
Ryuzaki, I'm sorry for all this trouble, but I'll be back at work as soon as the doctors let me out of here.
Excuse me. Visiting hours were over 10 minutes ago.
Need a ride?
What would it take to get you to believe that I'm not Kira? Please, isn't there something?
If you aren't Kira, it won't be necessary. Let things run their course and the truth will be revealed.
How do you think it feels to be accused of being Kira?
It was one of the worst feelings ever.
What if you were to lock me up for a month in a place with no TV or any other kind of access to the outside world and keep a constant watch over me?
It's complete nonsense for the investigator to take suggestions from his suspect.
Wow.
Be patient. It'll become apparent to us if you're not Kira. And listening to that conversation between you and your father, I was almost convinced you might not be him.
Oh, one more thing. I know I agreed to help with the investigation, but I don't think I'll be able to do much until my father is healthy again.
Yes, of course.
He's the L I've been fighting this whole time. What is his real name?
Light Yagami. Are you not Kira?
I never once felt cursed since I picked up the Death Note. In fact, the thought never even crossed my mind. I'm happier than I've ever been, all thanks to this power.
I leave that sentimental crap to you humans. But normally humans who come into contact with a Shinigami have nothing but misfortune.
But I have no intentions of repeating that pattern.
Well, I hope you're right about that.
You people must think that just mentioning Kira's name is enough to get us the ratings we need, huh? Well, you're wrong. If it bleeds, it leads. What I need is a good freaking story, not this crap. Now get out there and find me a story.
But the police won't talk, sir.
Idiot! I don't pay you to complain. If they won't give you anything, then get creative.
Mr. Demagawa, sir, this is for you.
Oh, shit.
What is it?
It's fake. Fake news.
This is more like it. A message to the world from Kira. If you do not broadcast these tapes, I will kill your company's board of directors one by one. Who wouldn't air these? Holy crap! I'm so excited.
LL planted this shit. L planted those so that light starts killing the wrong people.
L's gonna planted.
I think that letter came from L and not Kira.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like fake murder suspects or whatever the case may be, so that Kira kills again, but he's killing.
Oh, but he kills. Okay, okay. He takes out the wrong people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be dope.
That's what I think.
And he said, "Play these tapes, eh?"
Right.
That's the next chess move we got to get to. Death Note.
A lot of back and forth in this one.
A lot of back and forth. That tennis match was it was
telepathically,
interesting.
mind you.
That's it, like, you know, like
oh, you think I'm gonna da, da, da.
Sampras versus Agassi, yo.
All day, all day.
God, no, you can't decipher that I'm the killer. No, I think you are the killer. Oh, you could be the killer. I was like, bruh.
We both have to go to the headquarters.
Oh my God. But if I'm Kira, would I have to win or would I have to lose? Or if he knows I'm Kira, then throwing the match would just let him believe more that I'm Kira. I'm like, bruh, enough with this tennis match, bro.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
I was so happy it was over.
But it's crazy how, because like L is on the side of the law, that like he just drops these bombs on
truth bombs, mind you. Like,
yo, just to let you know, I'm suspecting you.
1%, and he's like, it's grown to 3, and then in his head he's like, I'm at 7 now.
Yeah, that's right. like, and then he told it, like, he literally went to the room with his father, who, like, you know what I'm saying, who's like aware of his identity. He's aware that he's actually L. You know what I'm saying? One of the few people in the world to ever have seen him. Well, now L's all over social media because of social media. L's been filmed and captured because look how many people were watching the match and the ceremony they had the last time at the university. You know.
It's true, but I found it weird that the guy ran. He's like, yo, I went to go find out, but Light Yagami is a 2-time reigning champion or whatever the case may be and hasn't played. Like, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, how come you didn't look that up on your phone, you know? Like, but he's like, I just went and looked it up. That's what he said. And he
Wasn't
came running
anybody
it back.
filming?
I didn't see
Okay,
anything.
so yeah, it's probably with the year. It's probably not something that was a commodity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, but okay, so then he's still not been seen by a great number of people, just the university students.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Depending on what their populace is over there. But yeah, it was an interesting episode. It was a
Informative.
yeah, informative. Definitely informative. Yeah, and that's the thing. This next, like, I love how they dropped a little breadcrumb of the tapes to show us what the next play is, you know? Because the thing is, like, it's literally a mental chess match because, like, as they're hitting the ball back and forth, they're deciphering what each other is thinking. What should I do? What me thinking leads him to no. What me thinking leads me to do, and what do I do to lead him to think something else? Like, it was babe. It was a cat and it was literally a cat and mouse game this episode.
Pretty much. Oh man.
His father had babe. When I heard
Heart
your
attack.
father, I was like, no, he didn't die. But it was ironic that he had a heart attack. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. That's crazy. And I wonder if, like, what's his face, Ryu comes and says, oh, because of it's like the father of the Shinigami has, you know, like repercussions or something, like saying like, oh, because of how many people you killed, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, now your family's at risk.
I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, just because, like, the same way he explained to him that he was cursed, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
true.
when he explained it that way, I was like, it's true. Nothing really good can come of you having the
This
ability
power.
to kill people. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like, even if it's somebody that, you know, was going to death row or so on and so forth, like, you having the emotional, the mental weight of actually taking somebody else's life. You know what I'm saying? Most people's aspiration is to have a family, to create more lives. You know what I'm saying? For you to be erasing them, nah, nothing good comes from that. But when he explained that whole curse aspect, I was like, that would be interesting. And then it followed up with the whole father having a heart attack. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing good comes from it, bruh.
Nothing good comes from it. And yet and still, we've got to get on to the next one. So, thank you all for joining us for this latest episode of Death Note.
Be sure to hit that subscribe button and don't forget to like the video.
Let us know what you thought about the episode down in the comments. And be sure to go over to our Patreon to check out the full-length uncut reaction or simply to support our channel.
I'm Shruti.
And I'm Dre. For Beauty and the Beard, we're signing off until the next one.
Peace.